Tonight, on 205 Live, newly minted 205 Live superstar Humberto Carrillo takes on Gran Metalik. And for the main event, it's a triple threat match between Hideo Itami and two former champions, Kalisto and Akira Tozawa. Who wins? Who loses? Let's find out. Alright. Yeah, before the show, Humberto Carrillo was announced to be officially part of the two... Don't drink carbonated things before a show, folks. Humberto Carrillo is now officially part of the 205 Live show. And Aiden English is now on commentary, and I'll get into how he does on this. But for the first match, Humberto Carrillo takes on Gran Metalik. In a great matchup. It was feeling like a real lucha match rather than a WWE match. Though it did start off with some very choreographed moments, but they were mainly there to get the crowd hyped in until the real match started. You had some good spots during the match. Had a great corkscrew dive, tope suicida by Humberto. Gran Metalik blasting Carrillo with getting his feet up during a moonsault attempt by Humberto. We had a striking battle between the two on the apron, and there was a magnificent diving neck... I think it was a diving neck breaker onto the apron from Humberto, grabbing Gran Metalik and ramming him down into the apron, which, as we all know, is the hardest part of the ring. And also a jumping Hurricane Rana by Metalik, followed up by a huge swanton off the top rope. Overall, this was a pretty fun match to watch. It was a great way to warm up the crowd. And the match ends with a beautiful rebound off the top rope into a press by Humberto to Gran Metalik. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, where he got up onto the top turnbuckle, did kind of like a little bit of a handstand, then flipped himself over to rebound off the top rope, and then into a press. It was really, like, I was saying, like, what did he just do? It seemed like a lot more movement than what was needed, but it was fun to watch nonetheless. Yeah, great matchup. Then we got Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher speaking with Drake Maverick, and Drew is incredibly upset. So is Jack that they haven't been featured on 205 Live, because you can just tell with the way that they're looking at Drake. And so Drake was sitting there a little perplexed as Drew gets mad at him and just runs off like, ah! Tony Nese wants his rematch with Noam Dar, and Drake isn't willing to give it just yet. And then we get a promo from Akira Tozawa and Kalisto hyping up the upcoming match. And then we get to the main event. Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain. But yeah, after Tozawa and Kalisto get to the ring, Caleb Braxton is interviewing Hideo Itami and Arya Daivari like at the very last moment before the match begins, because after he's done talking, Itami's music starts to hit. He walks out, he gets to the ring, and then Buddy Murphy's music hits. And he's going to join the guys over at commentary and not interfere in the match in any possible way. But yeah, main event, Tozawa, Kalisto, and Hideo Itami face off. Itami starts off strong with knocking Tozawa out of the ring, but is quickly countered by Kalisto, who gets a missile dropkick in on Tozawa. Tozawa heads outside the ring, where awaiting Itami attacks the two of them. Kalisto gets a missile dropkick by Tozawa. Yes. But anyway, Tozawa heads outside the ring, where awaiting Itami attacks the two of them, dragging Tozawa back in. Itami controls the match until Tozawa, after about 3 minutes, finally manages to counter with a Hurricane Rana on Itami. Akira takes out Kalisto, but Kalisto later gets his offense in. Itami then tries to get back into the match, but duels with Kalisto Tozawa on the top turnbuckle. Kalisto, Tozawa, and Itami are all on the top turnbuckle, with Kalisto Tozawa trying to suplex Itami. So what else happens? Buddy Murphy runs into the ring, gets the three of them, power bombs all of them, and then starts to will on the three of them. Murphy beats down Tommy first, moves on to Kalisto, and then Tozawa. And Tozawa gets out onto the apron, kicks Buddy Murphy as he goes to reach over to Tozawa. Oh no, he went to move back to Kalisto, gets kicked by Kalisto. Tozawa's on the apron, kicks Murphy when Murphy kind of approaches. Then Kalisto and Tozawa super kick Murphy, and Tommy gets his hits in. The three then resume facing each other, with Tommy nearly finishing the match with a Falcon Arrow on Tozawa. It was brutal looking. Tozawa and Tommy face off when Tozawa takes down Tommy, but he gets hit with a crossbody by Kalisto. Kalisto hits a few more kicks, goes for a superplex, but is interrupted by a Hideo Itami. Kalisto gets rid of Itami, goes for the Hurricane Rana on Tozawa, but Akira holds on. And it was a Hurricane Rana off the top turnbuckle. Tozawa was holding on to the ropes for dear life. Tozawa misses the senton. Itami finishes off, and when Tozawa misses the senton, Itami had already knocked Kalisto out of the ring, and finishes off Akira with the, I think Nigel McGuinness called it the Sakura knee strike. And that was the end of 205 Live, because Itami pins Tozawa right after that. Aiden English did okay on commentary. It's his real first time in the role, besides, the one-off visits. He needs to find a way to project his voice more, which is a weird thing to say to someone who's trained in opera. I'm from the sounds of things. But I think he'll find his voice soon enough. But all in all, 205 Live, I think I am going to give a B+. Both matches were fantastic. I think 205 Live needs to start featuring 3 matches instead of 2. That's just me. Anyway, both matches were great. I'm giving it a B. But if you B with me, there's a poll right up here. Or if you disagree, there's multiple options you can grade from A through F. But yeah, that was 205 Live. I need to get ready for NXT reviews.
Tonight on NXT, Marcel Bartel and Fabian Aichner work to continue the dominance by facing Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. Io Shirai and Kairi Sane build themselves up as an effective tag team. And for the main event, Velveteen Dream and Bobby Fish bring down the house. Who wins? Who loses? Let's get in to the nitty-gritty.
Anyway, we start off actually with a promo from the Velveteen Dream stating that he wants the North American title. But of course, who else would interrupt him but Adam Cole, bye-bye, and Bobby Fish. And Dream taunts the two of them. They charge into the ring to try and attack him, and he completely evades them and walks out. And the Undisputed Era decided, we're just gonna sit back here in the ring and not pursue him, even though he's walking very slowly up the ramp and off the stage. Yeah. We then get into the match of Marcel Bartel and Fabian Aichner versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. Marcel manages to get Oni to his corner. We start off with Marcel and Lorcan. I need to make sure not to, get my words mixed up. Marcel manages to get Oni over to his corner to tag in Fabian Aichner, and the two of them begin to beat on Lorcan for a bit before Burch gets tagged in. Burch, the furious British man that he is, knocks the two of them about silly. He divides them and conquers them. And frustrated, Bartel and Aichner both step in to attack. Lorcan comes to Burch's aid. The match nearly ends with a top rope moonsault by Fabian Aichner because god damn that man can leap. Lorcan reverses a slam attempt by Aichner, and the four of them brawl for a moment before Aichner and Lorcan are left in the ring. Oni hits a number of powerful strikes on Aichner, then dives out at Bartel and Danny Burch, so the two of them get knocked down. Eichner leaps off the top turnbuckle. And then once they get back in the ring, Eichner goes to stomp Lorcan from the top turnbuckle, but Oni evades him and rolls him up for the win. Felt like a little bit of a cheap win, but it was a great match nonetheless. I do like that Lorcan and Birch didn't job out to them, only because they've been built up as a very effective tag team. And this is kind of like the goal for Bartel and Eichner to work towards. Solid match overall. And we got countless recaps, countless video packages for the takeover. Then we finally get to the tag team match of Io Shirai and Kairi Sane versus jobbers by the name of, I don't remember what their names are. I was making pretzels at the time. But they were just a pair of jobbers. This was a squash match. And they ended quickly. And then after the commercial break on their own goddamn network, we get an adorable segment from Io and Kairi. And then they get confronted by Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, who I guess will end up challenging them again, because why not? Oh no, actually that was Dakota Kai and Io that they fought last time, wasn't it? And then after that we get to the main event, which is Velveteen Dream versus Bobby Fish. Those two come off as an even fight at the beginning, with Dream coming out on top soon after. Cole tries to run interference, but Dream is nonplussed by this and continues the attack. And throughout the beginning of this match, Bobby tries to continue to counter Dream and gets a couple strikes in, but is overwhelmed pretty well by Velveteen Dream. Cole provides an opportune distraction for Bobby Fish, allowing Fish to drag him outside the ring and start working the leg. And then gives him a dragon corkscrew, and throws him into the barricade with it, further hurting the leg and also affecting Dream. And after that, Fish gets Dream back into the ring, gets him into a single leg Boston Crab. Dream breaks out, but starting to have issues with his leg. He goes for the elbow drop, but I guess Fish managed to hit him or something, or Dream kind of goofed it up. But it's caught in a knee bar by Bobby Fish. The two are struggling to beat each other there, with Dream trying to crawl over to the rope, and Fish obviously trying to get him to tap out. So Adam Cole runs over to the other side and grabs the rope and pulls it back. The ref is looking at Dream, but doesn't realize that Cole is pulling the ropes back. So eventually the ref does see that Adam Cole had been pulling the ropes back, which in this moment before he was going to disqualify Fish and Adam Cole because of their shenanigans, Dream rolls up Fish breaks out, but after a bit of a scuffle, Dream hits him with the Dream Valley driver, and then goes up to the top. Was it the Purple Rainmaker he calls it, the elbow drop, and then pins Fish for the win. Holy mackerel! It was a pretty fantastic main event, with Dream really commanding the spotlight, as he usually does. And then after that match was over, Undisputed Era wasn't able to beat down Dream. Dream walks away, cool, calm, and the victor. After that, Ricochet cuts a promo on Johnny Gargano. Then Johnny comes out and says he always has a the mic keeps going out on him. And then he gets in there and goes, I always have a, and then drops the mic before he could finish that sentence. But attacks Ricochet. And Ciampa pops out of nowhere to aid Johnny Gargano. Black runs in to attack Ciampa as Gargano was wailing on Ricochet on the outside. And then Gargano pulls Black away from Ciampa and super kicks him. And then after the scuffle is done, the two of them start to head up the ramp together. Ciampa offers his hand to shake hands with them again. And just before he's about to do it, Candice LeRae comes out, because I've been wondering where the hell she's been all this time. And stops Gargano from shaking his hand, because not him. We're not doing this again. And yeah, that was how the show ended. With Candice LeRae and Gargano walking off, leaving Ciampa up the ramp and on the stage. Almost aligning himself with Gargano again. But yeah, that was NXT. I'm giving it an A-, and you can vote on the poll and let me know what you think. While you're at it too, if you got any more things you want to talk about, leave comments down below. And get ready for TakeOver this weekend. This weekend? This weekend. I think it's this weekend. This weekend. Yes, we've done the predictions video. They're probably up there too, or at least you'll see them on the end card. But yeah, this has been Real Honesty without Jonn Ritland. I am lacking in sleep because I am the Derbinator, and you have a great night.